Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I am live here with Cassandra and Brenda. They are co-writers in this beautiful book that we are launching today, Awaken Souls, the story of healing and becoming. This project has been undergo since November of last year, and here we are, very excited to launch it today. There are 6 other co-writers that will be participating in live meetings for the next coming months, and so you'll get to meet everyone, and I'm really, really excited, really thrilled to introduce them to you today. So Cassandra, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Hello, everyone. My name is Cassandra. I am an energy worker and also do tarot, readings. Sometimes we don't even pull a card, but I just opened my business and it led me to Melanie. But I'll let her fill that one in.
Excellent. Brenda, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Brenda Brown, or BB, and I am an elementary school teacher. I do chelation, tarot readings, channeling, and light language.
That's so beautiful. Yes, like we were saying, I mean, we started this project several months ago, and now here we are with the book, and it's just been so exciting to work with everyone and so beautiful and touching the stories of everyone. So I'd love to kind of talk a little bit about how I met the both of you and then give you guys a chance to say why you said yes to writing with me in this project. I think that's what led us to today. Like, it's an incredible day in many ways. And I mean, thank you for accepting the invitation to write and being part of the book. That's what makes it extremely special for me, and I know for many of the writers. And so Cassandra and I, we met actually on Facebook of all places, you know, because sometimes that is exactly the way the universe wants to connect beautiful people. And we had live actually on my Facebook, this probably back in January sometime, or even, it might have even been December. I don't remember which month it was. And right away I could tell that, I mean, you're really special and you have that connection that I'm looking for in other healers and other practitioners, is that particular touch of inspiration that others are seeking into their treatments. And I knew that we needed to tell more people about you. And then you have this beautiful story of how you came to be where you are. And that just makes it even more touching. And reading your pages has just been even just made that sense so much deeper for me, of that you were like the right person asked to participate in the project. And I remember asking you and you were like, oh, I don't know. I was like, come on, you can do this, and just sending vibes your way. And then I remember you saying, yes, I'm in. And I was like, yes, so happy. And
It
Brenda,
only took me a day or two to be like, you
yes,
know what, I
that's
have to
right.
do this.
You were like, I need to think about it, but then you were like, yes, I'm in. And
Right.
Brenda, I can say,
So
like,
funny.
for you, it's we were part of the same school community and the coaching academy. And I think that right away I could tell from your approach of, okay, this is what we need more of in the world. This is what we need to share with everyone. And you're just so comforting and caring to other coaches within the community that I immediately knew, like, if I want to be part of a project with someone, I want to be part of a project with people that are very altruistic, that are very empathetic. And you just had those deep, like, resonance within you that made me attracted to doing this project with you right away as well. And then I didn't even know that you were a school teacher. And when I found that out, oh, it just warms my heart so much that you're being so brave and putting yourself out in the world and just really growing. And that growth is just so beautiful to observe and to support. And then reading your pages, oh, I remember like crying. So it's just so beautiful and touching, and the angels and everything. It just made me feel like there's so much more to this world. And so you put it in words that are really clear that this is our connection to the divine. And it's just so beautiful what you put out there. So I'm so thrilled that you said yes as well. And so now I'm
Thank you.
gonna go for it.
I was just gonna say, I was thrilled to be able to it was fun to take a moment and just kind of stop to see where you are now, where I am currently, and to look back and see where I once was. And it's
Mm.
almost as if what I have learned in my recent life is like, how could that have ever been part of my life? But of course, you know, all of those things that helped us grow, as you say, is just absolutely you. When you get through the sludge, right, and you can find the gold in it, you want to share it with everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. So now I'm going to turn it to you guys, and maybe you can tell a little bit about, you know, what was it like to say yes? What was it like to write? And what is it that you're hoping your chapter will provide for others, you know?
Cassandra, do you want to begin?
With the order of things, I will do that.
Okay.
Sure. So, what it was like to say yes. Terrifying. Absolutely shit so scary. um it was so I personally have been on this healing journey for 5 years now, and this was the first time I was really coming out like, okay, it is exactly like Brent BB said. um it's to see where you actually came from, and then to see where you are now. It's astonishing and breathtaking, and a blessing. And um, I think that that's the reason. Like, I knew in my head that that was the reason that I had to do it. So also obviously the main reason is because I want to show people what's possible. I want to show people that it's complete. I feel like I live a completely, absolutely, I do. I do live a completely, absolutely different life than I grew up in, that I was born into. And all around, everything about me is different than what I had experienced prior in life. And I even mentioned that in my book. I feel like it's two different lifetimes. I don't feel like I went through those things, and I don't think that people can really see that about me when they look at me now, because I think that because I know I've just done so much healing to be able to display myself and be the person that I always wanted to be, rather than what I was just given, what I was just born into. It's like I because I was born into the situation that I was born into, it made me see and kind of make my own set of morals, where this is like, well, I don't want that. You know what I mean? I don't want this. So that really started the journey. Um, and then the rest is history. um,
That's
so
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What else did you ask? Sorry.
I don't know. But I think you answered it all.
I'm just glad it's just not just me.
I
So,
love it. I love it.
no, why we said yes to the journey. I wanted to show people what was possible.
Mhm.
And that is that it does not matter where you've come from, how long you've kept it up, how long you've dealt with it, whatever the situation is. If you have it in you, or you're like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I need to live a better life. For me, I feel like I'm jumping all over the place, but you
No,
get the
you're
gist.
doing great. That's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. And you're saying it really well. Thank you. Brenda.
All right. Why did I say yes? I felt that I was kind of going through my life and having my trials and tribulations as we all do, and I think we all think that we have it pretty together, right? And I kind of hit bottom a few times. And after hitting bottom a few times and recognizing, okay, something is not working, what needs to change? Oh, I'm the common denominator here. So it's got to be me, right? So then kind of diving in and seeing what could be buried, what is there that I just oblivious to. So and starting to do some of that shadow work, as it's called, and realizing that, first, we don't want to go through it because we're so scared
Mhm.
of what we might see, but you don't realize how freeing it is until you are through it. And I used to consider myself like an angry bee in a jar. That's just the best way to describe it. Like I was
Mhm.
constantly on the go, and I was a kindergarten teacher for 25 years. You constantly had to be on your feet because you have 25 to 30 little people who need you 100% of the time.
Mhm.
And then it was this angry bee in this jar can't ever grab a hold or settle. And going through the work and realizing that, wow, I'm not that crazy frenetic bee, and really like who I've become. And for years, I listened to Wayne Dyer and lived by one of his sayings of, if you change the way you look at things, the things around you change.
Mhm.
And I've tried that, right? Because if if I'm the common denominator and these problems keep occurring or situations are similar, it has to be me. And me finding that going through this journey, and I've kind of had adopted the feeling that there are a bunch of puzzle pieces out there, and life is like a game, and these are all older technologies that have been given to us or left behind for us, but we have been so programmed that we don't want them, we don't need them, they're all bad, right?
Mhm.
Well, that's ancient technology. Get away from the programming and listen and learn what is it there and how can it help you grow? Because if it's been around for thousands of years, there might be something to it. And so taking off the blinders of, what our organized religion has us believe and opening up to the possibilities. That was it. Open up to the possibilities and seeing how much greater it makes everything. It just makes everything. So then I started realizing, like, hey, I can bring this into the classroom. So carefully, started bringing these techniques into the classroom and using different terms. I wasn't using some of the terms that we might use in our circle, but telling the children, we're going to check in with our body, see how we feel, see how we want to feel. Oh, I feel kind of crummy today because I got yelled at home. Well, I don't want to feel that way. Let's go ahead and just let it go. And then identifying how do you want to feel, and teaching that with the children And then I brought in the sound bowls of the classroom. So when the kids need time, they have sound trays where they can go and work in the sand and just calm and rethink and find a different perspective. And I use study stones in the classroom. Everybody has a fidget, right? Well, my students use study stones, and it's really beautiful because they've realized how all of these things are all around them. And if they just quiet and listen, kind of like when you turn on the TV or the radio, I get information. And then it's a matter of teaching them what feels true for you. Just because somebody says you shouldn't feel that way, how do you feel? Because there's an appropriate way to respond, and then there are sometimes inappropriate ways. And if it's an inappropriate way, we need to figure out what's that trigger that is bothering us. And that's when we start getting to do that deep work and find liberty.
That's so beautiful, beautifully said and explained. I love it. And definitely you go through that in more in your chapter, both of you. So I welcome everybody to read your chapters and get to know you better, and definitely reach out to both of you and do like I did and make an amazing new friend and work together and do projects together, because it's been an incredible journey. And so again, the book is now available on Amazon. So we're going to share the links in the comments below, and everybody can get their copy. And the book is all about stories that are of awakening and healing. And the idea is to inspire you guys that are watching, that are maybe having a tough time or are suppressing a lot of stuff that has happened, and really wanting to let go and grow and become who you want to be, who you truly are meant to be. And so hopefully all of our stories together will inspire you to do just that. And feel free to share it with friends and family that are going through these periods, that are needing a little extra help. I think that the inspiration will be really felt and palpable by them for sure. Any last
Now,
thoughts or anything else you want to share?
yes, I'd like to add, I believe that we all have our information at the end of our chapters. So if maybe any
Yes.
of the readers find someone that, wow, I really can understand this person, I resonate, reach out. That's why we're all here. We all are here in that opportunity to serve and help and just share our stories, because we've been there and we just want to help people get to the other side. It's all golden.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely. And I'll encourage you to put those links in the comments as well, so people can easily find them as well and reach out to you.
You got it. I do want to add a couple things that I was thinking about as I was sitting here. Um, so the first thing is, Brenda, I did the exact same thing. So I was a substitute teacher, and I was subbing K through 12, so every single age. And sometimes a teacher would be, they would just, for whatever reason, they wouldn't leave a plan. Maybe something happened. It happened way more than I would like to even acknowledge, but well, no, honestly, it was meant to be, because I started doing the same thing. I started kind of like opening the door to these students and asking them little questions, and like what you said, kind of coping mechanisms, tools to help you start understanding this. And not only that, but I really want to emphasize that it's just like you said, we have these beliefs. We have these beliefs ingrained in us that this isn't um this isn't normal. We shouldn't we have clocks. Why do we have to worry about, natural things, right? But that's where it all started. And so it's getting back to those roots and understanding, maybe there is more to the picture that I'm not seeing. And so I just really encourage everyone to be curious, and ask questions and look stuff up when you see it. Like, yes, you are going to have that voice that tells you, what if somebody thinks I'm crazy? You know, we turn on a TV and there's the woman that's in the psych ward for this kind of stuff, you know, in a movie or whatever. But really, there's more here. There's a lot more here, and I encourage people to 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 get curious. Get curious about yourself because you deserve it. And then also, so I think I loved being able to go in the school. And so when we didn't have like a plan, um, the most beautiful thing about it is that I never had one single child be like, no, that's not the way. You know, maybe maybe, oh, okay. Uh, uh, they always responded with, oh my God, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. And children are, I'm just going to go ahead and say it because I don't really sugarcoat things, but children are less conditioned. So it's easier for them to see and recognize the truth when they see it because they feel it. And then also the other thing that I wanted to mention was how beautiful. So far I have already seen like all of these like that's why I started with talking about the substitute teaching, because that's a connection right here, you and me. But also in our stories, I've seen so many little connections that are like, it's like, oh yeah, that happened to me too. That happened to me too. That happened to me too. And it all seems to be so much more connected and in sync than what our program beliefs want to think or already do think. So look for that. Look for the connections. Get curious.
We'll invite everybody
Life-
watching to connect with their inner child and wake that curiosity and that desire to experience new things.
Yeah, there you go.
Just keeps getting better. Life just keeps getting better and brighter and more joyful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I never thought that I would be as content with myself and living the life that I am now in a million years until I started this journey. And then I still didn't think it. I was like, oh my God, I have so much. I have so much, you know, to look at and to figure out. But every time you do that, every time you free yourself by looking at those things and letting them go, you're able to open yourself up to what you actually do want, what aligns with your soul. So beautiful.
Beautiful, both of you. Thank you so much for being here today. It's a really exciting day, the launch of our new book, Awaken Souls, Stories of Healing and Becoming. And this is Labor of Love, as we spoke already a little bit on. And there's 8 of us that wrote in the book. And so you can expect more of these live videos of introducing other writers. And I would love to have you guys back as well, Brenda and Cassandra. And you'll be tagged in this video. So everyone that's watching, please reach out to them, make a new friend and learn from them, because they are a source of information that's going to be a very positive, very joyful impact in your life. So thank you so much for being here today. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll be back soon. Thanks everybody.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you,
Bye.
Melanie. Thank you, everyone.
Oh.